Alright everyone, I am bringing you a hair transformation video. Here is her before, and here are her inspiration photos. Nice. So this client is a childhood friend, okay? And she hasn't had her hair done in like 8 years, okay? I was the last person who did her hair. And she's a level 2, which is like almost black, okay? And there's a little bit of lightness on the ends, maybe a level 3. So we went over in the consultation all of that. And she also wanted some like side bang, curtain bangs, and some layers. So we're doing a big change, okay? And with a big change, the consultation is very important. However, sometimes this happens where I under promise and overachieve. And then other times, like in this video I'm sharing with you, I got her a little bit lighter than expected, but when you're going from a level 2 to a level, 8, 9, there you got to pull through gold, red, gold, and yellow. And I'm going to show you all the foiling and what we did in these next few clips. All right, so we did an all over color lift. Her hair is virgin, and then as you can see, all these foils were her bleach, and you can see how gold and yellow that looks, and that's with the bleach on. So there it's washed off, not toned. Here it is toned. Okay, so we first lifted her hair all over. I lifted it to a level 6, and the ends were still kind of dark. So then I went through, and as you saw all those foils, I can't even tell you how many, but I did a balayage and foils. Okay, so lots of, and some teasy lights. Now, I wanted her to have like a face frame and money piece, but let me share with you, I put way too many foils up here in the front, and with her fringe being shorter, I needed more depth right around here, and a lot of her lightness in the ends. And so you're gonna see a picture that she took at home. So we worked for about 4.5 hours, and when we got done with the haircut, the color, the balayage, and the toner, that took about 4.5 hours, and the blow dry. And I turned her around. We were like, okay, she liked it, but she did not like the bangs. We didn't like how her bangs were lighter. Like there was not enough depth. So I'm going to show you the picture. I didn't take one at the salon of the front of her hair, but she took one at home. I ended up putting toner on her bangs because they were too light. They were a little bit lighter than the rest of her hair. And when she told me I don't really like it, I was like, I don't either. And this isn't exactly what you wanted. We got pretty close. So, learning lesson, I probably needed to do her color in 2 separate appointments, which is what ended up happening anyways. I'm going to show you that color and tell you what we did next. All right, so here you can see the front of her hair. It's a pretty golden blonde, but it's too much blonde and not enough dark. Okay, and I'm going to show you her inspo photos one more time so you can kind of see. Like, we were going for this golden blonde. However, it wasn't exactly what we wanted, and that fringe. So here is a more cool toned, what we are going for, and this is the finished product. So I did go in and darken her roots and melt a darker gloss all over her hair, and it So we had beige and ash in there to really just soften up everything. And I threw in some dark in the bangs, as you can see. So it it was more cohesive. It was more melty, what we were looking for. And we were both so happy with the outcome. So here's the pictures I showed her. And then this is after I glossed it, added those lowlights, and retoned it. So here's the video so you can see. I blow dried it and curled it. I'm gonna comb it out. And obviously you can see it's way less gold, um, way more melted and softer. I even darkened her roots just a little bit, and toned and glossed the whole thing. And yes, my kids are here because I ended up coming in the very next day because I knew she just didn't love it. I knew I didn't love it. And she's spending good money on her hair. I wanted to get it right. I wanted the toner to be right. My camera skills aren't the greatest right now, but look at how beautiful that turned out. So all I had to do was pivot. We both agreed we didn't love the final outcome the day before, so I came in and corrected that glass formula, and look at the final product. She's so happy. And luckily we were able to get her exactly what she wanted and fix her hair, and we were both happy.